Some stories aren't meant to last forever. They don't end with wedding bells, white dresses, or promises of always. Some stories are softer than that, quieter. They're just moments that matter, even if they don't last. And maybe that has to be enough. When I moved into that quiet suburban neighborhood, love was the last thing on my mind. Honestly, even friendship wasn't something I was searching for. I just wanted silence. After years of drowning myself in work and recovering from a breakup that had left me bitter, I thought I was ready for solitude. I pictured a simple life, my own little place with a white picket fence, a backyard big enough for the dog I kept saying I'd get, and no one to complicate it. But life has a way of surprising you. The day I moved in, I noticed her. Emily Carter. She was sitting on the porch next door, a woman in her 40s, with soft brown hair that framed her face and blue eyes that carried a kind of sadness I couldn't quite place. She smiled faintly when our eyes met, and I gave her a polite nod. Nothing more. At the time, I didn't know she was a widow. I didn't know she'd change everything. A week later, I was unloading groceries from my car when I heard her voice behind me. "Hi," she said, holding a foil-covered dish in her hands. She looked almost shy. "I hope I'm not bothering you." "Not at all," I said quickly, setting a bag down. She hesitated, then smiled. "I know it's a little old-fashioned, but I brought you a welcome gift. It's just lasagna. Nothing fancy." "Lasagna?" I grinned. "That sounds amazing. You really didn't have to." Her expression softened, but her voice wavered slightly. "It's no trouble. I used to love cooking for two." Her eyes drifted somewhere far off, a place filled with memories I didn't know yet. She shook herself from the thought and added with a nervous laugh, "Anyway, I hope you like it. If not, just pretend you did." She turned to go, but something in her tone stopped me. "Hey," I called after her. "Do you want to join me? I'd feel guilty eating this masterpiece alone." Emily froze, then looked back. For a moment, it seemed like she wanted to say no. But then she nodded. "Sure. That sounds nice." That dinner changed everything. Over wine and pasta, she told me about her husband, Michael, how he had died suddenly of a heart attack 2 years ago. The way she spoke about him, with warmth and sorrow interwoven, I could almost see him. A man full of life, laughter, the kind of presence that fills a room. "I thought I'd be okay by now," she admitted, her finger tracing the rim of her glass. "But some nights, the house feels too big. Too quiet." I didn't know what to say. I'd never lost someone like that. Never loved that deeply, let alone lost it. So I just listened. Maybe that was why she kept coming back. Sometimes she brought casseroles or pies, claiming she made too much and didn't want it to go to waste. Other times it was wine and a half-made excuse. I was watching a scary movie and didn't want to finish it alone. Or, my heater's making a weird noise, and I couldn't sleep. The truth was simpler, she didn't want to be alone. And I never said no. One night, she knocked on my door with red-rimmed eyes and a shaky voice. "I had a bad day," she whispered. I let her in. We sat on the couch, her curled gently against my side, my arm resting around her shoulders. The TV played a movie we weren't really watching. After a long silence, she whispered, "You make it easier." Then she kissed me. It was soft, hesitant, like she was asking a question she wasn't sure I wanted to answer. I could have stopped it. Maybe I should have. But I didn't. Her hands trembled as they touched my face, and mine found her waist. She pressed closer, not out of passion, but need. The need to feel something alive again. The need to escape grief, even for a moment. When we finally pulled apart, her eyes were wide and full of conflict. "I shouldn't have done that," she whispered. "Emily," I began, but she was already on her feet. "Sorry, I need to go." And then she was gone. The days that followed were empty. No knocks on my door, no messages, no excuses to see me. I hated it. I missed her. Eventually, I swallowed my pride and knocked on her door. She opened slowly, her face pale, her eyes tired. "Can we talk?" I asked. She nodded and let me in. "I didn't mean to hurt you," she said quietly. "I was selfish. I just wanted to feel close to someone. To not be alone." And I used you for that. It didn't feel like that to me, I said. She looked at me, searching, almost afraid to believe me. Then what did it feel like? Like maybe we're both a little lost, I said. And maybe that's okay. Her breath caught. She shook her head slowly. I don't think I'm ready for this. I nodded, even though it hurt. I understand. You're a good man, Jake, she whispered. You deserve someone who isn't still broken. I don't think love works like that, I replied softly. For a moment, I thought she might kiss me again. But she didn't. She just squeezed my hand gently, as if to say thank you without words. When I walked away that night, I knew something had changed. Some love stories don't last. Some don't end with forever. But for a while, neither of us had to be alone. And maybe, just maybe, that was enough.